can I ask a question just to go back to something we were talking about a moment ago? You said that Carroll O'Connor just couldn't handle the idea of a berth in an elevator. Was it that he thought it was somehow tawdry, or like what was it that bothered him about that?
I can't really get inside his skull. I just remember, what I was thinking at the time, and that he had no room to move. That there was
logistics.
It all had to be in his body and his attitude, his face, and his mind. And that of all the people in the elevator, he was carrying the weight because nobody knew the other actors. Those of us in the industry knew good actors, but the weight was all on him for the 26 minutes.
He was a tough Irishman. I mean, I remember when his son OD'd. Remember when his son OD'd? Mm-hmm. And he basically went after the drug dealer and was like having press conferences on the steps of the courthouse calling out the guy. I remember thinking, this guy's tough. Mm-hmm. I mean, this guy's feisty, and this guy's pretty eager for the fray. I bet you he didn't just sulk and walk away if he had an opinion. He probably piped up.
But underneath it all, what I'm about to tell you says an awful lot about the truth of who he was. I went to, when he passed, I went to the house to comfort Nancy, as a lot of people did. She asked me to wait until everyone left, and I did. And she took me and she unlocked the door to his den, and opened the door, and his desk was bare, but for a couple of pieces of paper. And one of those pieces, or both, was a letter I had written him 4 years before. And the letter was to say how much I loved him, despite all the fights we were having, and how grateful I was to him for the role. And it never left his desk. That's what she wanted me to see. And
wow.
That was the heart and soul of Carroll.
Yeah. That's, but you had to dig to get to that part of him because he had a tough exterior. Yeah. All right. The book, Even This I Get to Experience, that is Norman Lear's book. It's available on Amazon. You know what to do. Won 22 Emmys, nominated for another 32 times. I don't, things are so fractioned off now, and there's so much stuff that I don't know that anyone's ever going to achieve that again. I mean, a lot of talented people out there, but it's the kind of thing where there's so many networks, there's so many outlets, there's so many shows, there's so many people involved. Is there ever anybody that's going to win 22 Emmys?
It's like now when you see guys are setting new playoff records in baseball, and it's like, well, the guys they're breaking records from only played in the World Series. Now there's 3 and 4 rounds, so if someone does approach 22 Emmys, it's going to mean a lot more.
Where did you guys get 22 Emmys?
I got it from Wikipedia or whatever it is. I'm just going to say 22 Emmys.
Well, I'll say 47.
Wow. Well, also, my guys had you at 2.5 flights over Strudeldorf. Is that true, or did you fly more?
By the way, there were 4 Emmys.
Don't be a one-upper.
I want to be taken seriously at the 50-something.
I think the 22 is for All in the Family specifically.
Oh, yeah, for the show.
Oh, my God.